to a brand new day. Thank you, thank you. I wake up to a brand new way. Thank you, thank you. I can see a brand new story. It's unfolding right before me. Spirit-led and spirit-fed. It's only good inside my head. I wake up to a brand new day. Thank you, thank you. I wake up to a brand new way. Thank you, thank you. Radically Affirmative New Thought with Rev Steph on Wake Up, Say Thank You. That's better. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning. Good afternoon or good evening. Whatever time of day it is where you are right here, right now, this is the moment. This is the moment that spirit is living and breathing and having its being. This is the moment that infinite intelligence has woven itself in and through and as, and this is the moment. It would be impossible without you. So thanks so much for being here and shining your light into this experience and into this expression. I am so grateful that you're here. So grateful that you're here. Here is Wake Up, Say Thank You. And I am Reverend Steph Sanamon, Spiritual Director with the One Love Awakening Society, Soul Community. We are living, breathing spirit. We are moving and having our being. And this is where we gather together each and every weekday morning to affirm life's good. That's right. We're here to wake life's good up in our lives and in the lives of one another. And that is what the gift of this beautiful soul community is here and now. I see you popping in. We have YouTube in the house today. Oh my goodness. Kat is here. Hello, beloved. She's saying good morning to all of you. Good morning, Deb, over on YouTube today. Yes, welcome, welcome. Good to be here with you. And James, look at all, it's just YouTube folks today. Good morning, beloveds. I'm so excited to be here. So excited to be here, to be in spiritual practice with you all, and knowing that the work that we do is, it's not about being perfect. It's about being better today than I was yesterday. It's not about practicing and practicing and practicing until everything is bleeding and sweating and crying. It's about progressing on the spiritual journey, because we don't arrive at the destination. It is about the journey. And here we are together, living and being this beautiful journey together. What a joy. What a joy it is today. If you are watching on Facebook, could you let me know that you are seeing me and hearing me? We usually have way more Facebook people, and we just have YouTube people today. So that's interesting. That's interesting. The things that are going on with technology these days. So today, I call today Surrender to Love. Surrender to love. There is a powerful expression. It is the beloved. And it is the beloved's gift to us to have all of its wisdom, all of its creativity, all of its joy. And there is a substance and a source that is infinite and endless. And therefore, it's not personal, it's personalized. It is unconditionally giving of itself. It says, here I am. And we get to have that same opportunity in our own life to just say, here I am. Here I am. This is who I am. This is what I do. This is how I show up. And we are free to be in that beautiful expression of spirit. There we go. Facebook user. Good morning. Here the Facebookers come. Hello, beloveds. Good, marvelous morning. My heart smiles to everyone. Yes, feeling that love, feeling that love. So surrendering to that higher power, surrendering to that gift of the divine love that is infinite and endless, and it supports us in this journey. So when we can surrender, we find so much peace. When we can surrender, we find so much capacity for compassion, empathy. When we surrender, we can find so much capacity for forgiveness. And forgiveness and surrender, same thing. So of course, I'm reading this book because we're starting this book study tonight, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. Such a great book. Oh my goodness. And it's talking about quantum physics and metaphysics, right? So it's this beautiful intersection. There's the possibility and potentiality in each and every one of us. So it's talking about particles and waves. So here's today's affirmation. I am particles and waves in harmony with the frequency of love. I radically and joyfully surrender to the unconditional life flowing through me. I let this life happen. I let it be awake and aware of itself in my life, because I am simply particles all communicating together to be the Steph that I am. And these same particles, these same waves are moving and flowing through everything around me. All my thoughts bring forth the possibility and creativity of divine source and substance. And so as we circulate our particles and waves, we get to decide. We get to decide how we're showing up. We get to decide how we present and how we bring our attention and awareness to this life. We get to decide that. And it's so much easier when we don't resist, when we don't fight, when we don't force, when we surrender to the higher presence, the higher expression. There is a life inside of you that is living and breathing spirit, an infinite intelligence woven into the very fabric and fiber of you. Your beingness is divine beingness. There is nothing separate, and the life that you are living is for you. The loving relationships in your life is for you. They are for you, supporting you, loving you, unconditionally and radically so. And so let's take this opportunity to be together in spiritual practice. Let's progress upon this path that we are on, that we are spirit, living, breathing, and having our being. We are walking our walk, talking our talk, and living our best lives, because we surrender to that power and presence that is greater than that which we are, and we are that. So we surrender to the nature of our own being and create a life that spirit is worthy of living and breathing in us, with us, for us, and as us. Are you ready? Hi, Nona. Nona's ready. So let's just join in this moment of awareness. Just see in the mind's eye, just tapping in, tuning in, and plugging into this moment. All of us just taking our plugs, plugging into the infinite consciousness that is the field of quantum possibilities, the field of consciousness, the beauty, the grace, the wisdom, all that we require is right here. And we are tapped in, tuned in, and aligned with. There is nothing separate. And so we are simply immersed in the power and the presence. And so in this beautiful moment, this moment where I am aware and I set my intention and I give my attention to the power and possibility of this spoken word, knowing it is already complete, whole, perfect in the mind behind my mind. And so I simply just allow the flow to freely express itself through all that I am, as I recognize faithfully that there is only one power, one presence, one divine infinite intelligence that moves and flows and has its being in the everything of life. The nature of its being is coursing through the nature of reality that is within everything that I am. There is nothing separate. There is not two things. And so this power and presence, this glory and this grace, this is the life that I am living. I recognize it. I accept it. I bring it forth and I allow it to be made known in my life in ways that I can see and touch and know and feel. That field of possibility is living spirit in all that I do and all that I am. And so today I surrender to love. I intentionally and attentively surrender to love. Surrender to the greater capacity of my being, to know that the source of love is infinite and endless. It is radically unconditional, and I accept this love into my life now. I accept radical acceptance, radical, joyful love into my life as I recognize and know the power and the presence of the living spirit is living itself through me. And I am worthy of this flesh. I am worthy of this bone. I'm worthy of the space in between all of it. For I am simply spirit living a unique and unrepeatable expression of its own pathway to progress and growth, understanding, and relativity. This beautiful reality that I am in is living spirit, and I am awake, aware, and present for the presence that is back of this life. I trust with loving power and presence. I trust that as I surrender to the highest expression of who I am, I trust with absolute faith my strength, my resiliency, my tenacity, my audacity, my boldness, my beauty, my grace is multiplied and magnified, for I am simply getting my bloated nothingness out of the way and allowing spirit to live this life with me, supporting its adventure, its endeavoring, its expression in all that I am and all that I do. I surrender to love deeply and profoundly, unconditionally accepting that divine and holy substance that is back of all of life. I have faith that it is supporting me. I have faith that it is supporting all life, all people, everywhere, always. And so I simply just allow the flow of surrender and peace to know me in this life, to know that I am radical and joyfully expressing and expanding on the divine love with an infinite and endless source. I am tapped in, tuned in, and aligned with that highest expression that life will have me live today and always. Knowing I need do nothing more but simply accept this truth as my own and remember who I am. And as I remember who I am, I remember I need do nothing more. And so I accept this truth profoundly, graciously, and gratefully, and release this word into the knowingness that is already perfect, whole, and complete. And so I simply let it be so as spirit draws my breath. I surrender and let it be so. And so it is. And so it is. That's better. So this is our intention. And if you want to learn more, do you want a deep dive? We are having a contemplative study. We contemplate concepts, thoughts, experiences. We contemplate them. We unpack that. We dive deep. We get shovels and forks and spoons, whatever it is we need. Tonight is the night we are starting Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself by Dr. Joe Dispenza. You can find out more about that or get your seat for it right here on oneloveawakening.com. And I am so looking forward to it. The room is filling up. I'm very excited. And I sure do invite you warmly to embrace the possibility of being willing to shift or change something in your life. I know that this book is going to help us transform our lives for the better, because what he's talking about, Ernest Holmes talks about. In Ernest Holmes, the science of mind has changed and transformed my life. So that's what we're going to do again. We just keep keeping on. That's what we do. Yes, and so it is. And so it is. So we're going to start that tonight. If we don't see it tonight, I sure hope we do. But if I don't see it tonight, we're going to be right back here for Freedom Friday, living in the freedom tomorrow morning, right here, 8 a.m. Pacific time, 10 a.m. Central time, for another Wake Up, Say Thank You with me, Rev Steph. Until then, I love you. I bless you. Have a beautiful and a wonderful being exactly who you are called to be. And remember to share the prayer and shine your light. Peace.